Listen, guys, today is December 28th, and I'm going to share this video with you all. This young man is so articulate, very intelligent, and these are the things that gives us satisfaction, knowing that we're not alone. It's not just people like us, right? But somebody like this, you can tell he's very rational, a very patriotic Sierra Leonean. He's in the middle, and he's just speaking on the facts. He's so concise, so precise. His points are so cohesive. They all come together smoothly. I love this guy, man. I love this guy. Keep it up, my brother. Watch the video so you can understand exactly what he's saying. Thank you for teaching us. I appreciate you. Thank you.
Of the audit report and the M.C.C. And it's mixed. Some says we have the bad news, we have the good news with regards to the end of 2020. The audit report, which shows that there are a huge amount of about 18 million United States dollars are missing allegedly, which is about 177.5 million billion, Sierra Leone money, and we saw also the M.C.C. and we have reached a particular peak wherein there are possibility for us to make some money as well into the M.C.C. report. With all of that ending the year, what's your assessment?
I think that's the biggest irony of the year. I mean, being eligible for the M.C.C. compact of $500 million US. And locally, the Auditor-General's report is coming out with such a damning indictment on heads of ministries, departments, and agencies. It brings several aspects to mind. Firstly, what has been done. This is not the first Auditor-General's report under the new direction. The last one was 140 plus billion missing. And unfortunately, Parliament could not debate that report. There is no outcome on that. And now this one is coming out on 177 plus billion. It's ironical in the sense that this government prides itself in being one that is transparent, one that is fighting corruption, one that is accountable. And for such local breed reports to come out, it shows that there is a huge paradox in what the government is saying, that it's fighting corruption, and what is actually happening. Again, this is not to say the amount of money, 177 plus, has been, looted from the states, but the fact remains they are not accounted for. And in that process itself, it means Sierra Leoneans have been deprived of what should have been provision of efficient services as from what is expected of the state, and that has not been done. So for me, I will long to see what comes out of it, because this is not the first Auditor General's report, this is not the second. There are several Auditor General's reports that have catalogued how state funds have been misused or not used in the right way that is described or designated to be used. So for me, it's very unfortunate. And for the M.C.C., I am set to have an interview with one of the officials back here, and I've been contacted by the U.S. Embassy that, we need to verify before granting this interview. Several questions to ask. Basically, how they go about collecting the data. Again, there is this, what I would describe as misconception that people are saying, we've secured $500 million, which I describe as misconception. We are eligible. Does not mean we've secured the compact. We've seen other countries being eligible to, but also not securing the compact, rather securing the threshold program. So, all of these are the clarities I intend to seek from the M.C.C. themselves. But basically, this speaks that, Sierra Leone, we are still in the democratization process. We are still having challenges with our institutions. But again, it speaks to the fact that the public is now aware about these issues. And whenever it comes to public discourse, you will get different strands of perspectives, politically, socially, economically, or otherwise, as to how people are perceiving them. So for me, I think 2021 is going to be an interesting year, how people are going to react to this so-called or purported fights against corruption amidst the backdrop of the audit report, how people will be reacting when we hopefully secure the compact or the threshold, what difference it will create in the lives of ordinary citizens of Sierra Leone. Because at the end of the day, I'm just coming from Makenibo and Kenema. The ordinary Sierra Leoneans are suffering. Things are very hard. Some of us are just fortunate because we are finding ourselves in the city or being able to generate for ourselves. But the lay people in the villages, they are stranded, they are suffering. And it's until and unless government gives them that capacity. Yes, we know government cannot provide everything for its citizens, but let there be that atmosphere in wherein citizens can come in and invest or do some things that can capacity themselves. So for me, I think 2021 is going to be an interesting year, particularly when we'll be having politics on the backdrop against this proposed new local government policy that intend on that. And in fact, just coming from another side, I'm hearing word about proposals on proportional representatives in parliament and all of these issues. So I think it's going to be deeply political. And yes, the public, from the media perspective, must be given a balanced diet, meaning we should not be allowing the public officials to set the agenda for us as journalists. We must seek out other perspectives to the news and make sure that people are the beneficiaries ultimately.
That's very important as we close the year, and just for a couple of days now, if you go to the bank, it's very hard for you to have your money. And you can imagine, one of my friends went to one of the banks and intended to collect, imagine a foreign forex also. They said there is no dollar in the bank, and then if you want to go and collect just, well, I will not say common 1 million euros, and they will tell you that they will give you 500,000 euros. Imagine, it's quite challenging, and the bank governor was actually apologizing to Sierra Leoneans, saying that there are some issues, but I think it's quite challenging as well.
It's unfortunate. It just corroborates with the M.C.C's position that fiscal discipline, this government is performing woefully on that. The economy, this government has not been able to put the economy into shape. They have all the technocrats, they have all the doctors, they have all the... the economy is in a woeful state for the fact that people are queuing up for monies that they've worked for and saved in the banks. Yes, we know the demand is high, but again, how comes the hard currency is shorting in the market? For me, this is a serious issue. The bank government, this goes beyond apologies. These are people stranding. People who've worked for their money. People want to bail people out. Some people want to do gestures. Yeah. Some people want to just get themselves entertained. Some people want to go on vacation. And if you've saved for all the year and you want to secure common 5 million loans or 10 million loans, or let's say even 100,000 loans and you cannot get it, it's serious. It shows that we should be bracing up for 2021 for the fact that hard cash is missing, or I would say shutting in the market. It's serious, very serious.
All right, and Jawatimambo again, media too, is saying is firework display legal on New Year Eve? But I think he has actually mentioned that it's not legal. People should not display any firework on that particular day. And Jawatimambo is saying scarcity of public transportation is a major challenge in the country. And Swissman, this is quite very long. Media too, if the police is chasing the boys who are committing petty crimes, why the police will not support the Anti-Corruption Commission in fighting and corruption and also, well, I think media too respond to that, and I think it's very interesting. So while you respond to that, with regards to policing, this time we're still fighting the COVID-19, and also recently we saw a press release from the government, the police, with regards ONS as well, with regards implementation of the laws of the COVID-19 fight. People should ensure we still maintain social distancing. We are in face masks, going to the public, and all of that. So are we expecting the enforcement of all of these laws with regards to the fight against COVID-19 and security aspect of the festive season?
Yes, of course, Remy, you are right. Let me let the cat out of the bag at this point. If people, Fritonians, will observe, most of the hardcore criminals